I'm here with Ernie from Body Count, and Body Count, one of the veteran bands on Rockstar Energy Mayhem this year. Although we were just talking about how Korn has been around 20 years now.
Yeah, Korn's been around a while
it
also.
It feels like everything's been around 20 years now.
And it's good to be around 20 years now. You know, it's
better than not being around 20 years.
Exactly. A lot of bands that we opened for us years and years ago aren't around now, so it's good to be playing music.
Now, one of the things that we were just talking about off camera that I want to bring up is I saw you guys at the Oakland Coliseum, and it was Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Body Count opening. It was a rescheduled show because James Hetfield had been burned, and Faith No More was off the bill, and you guys were on.
They kicked Faith No More off because they were doing sound check. Can I curse on here?
We all edit it.
Oh, okay, you edit it. But they were doing sound check, and Faith No More took too long, and the Guns were supposed to rehearse afterwards. So Axl said you took too long on the sound check, and he said, "What's his name?" Mike Patton said, "F you." And the next thing I know, I got a call from Duff, who is my dear friend. Says, "What is your band doing? Would you like to open some shows for us?" I'm like, really? The next day, and then we got on that tour. Just like that. Just like that.
Now, do you remember the show? Because my vivid memories of the show is, in between Metallica and Guns N' Roses, they just destroyed the place.
Yeah, I remember the show quite well because I remember getting hit by turf on my guitar, big sod on my guitar.
Oh, so they were pulling it up that early. I was kind of in the back when you guys went on. I was like at the dugouts by then.
When we were playing, they figured out they could do it. They were figuring it out. It's like a couple of things were flying. By the time Guns got on, it was full on, but it was not too much left to throw. It
was like a sod fight. You guys weren't there, but it was like a snowball fight with grass.
It was very interesting. It was one of the shows I remember because I remember seeing it launched and trying to dodge it. So
and pizza boxes rained down from the upper level.
It was, it was wild. That's all I can say. It was wild.
So what brought you guys all back together again with that Blues Brother moment of we're putting the band back together?
I quit drinking and I said, I needed something to do. So
this is cheaper.
Yes, it certainly is. So I said, it's time to play. And we did a record 8 years ago, but he was doing Law and Order. I was in L.A. and we had to go back and forth, and to change a song, it takes a week to do it because he calls me up and I have to change it and send it to him, and it takes too long. So this time we rented a house in Vegas and sat there for 6 weeks and wrote a record. The record is really good. I mean, I never hardly ever toot my own horn, but this is a good record,
So did the record, did you guys come in with any ideas in Vegas, or did you all go in Vegas and write a record start to finish?
Well, I had 8 years of not playing guitar riffs, so that's a basis for a record. My first record I had 29 years because I did my record when I was 29 years old, so I had a long time to do that one.
You got your whole life to write the first one.
Exactly. So this one's only 8, so we had a lot of ideas and a lot of riffs and things like that, and so it was fun to do. It was really fun.
So you mentioned it. I mean, when you're a guy in a metal band, you can be fairly anonymous, hanging out, going places, but when you're a guy in a metal band with Ice-T, the guy from Law and Order, the guy who had a major rap career before the metal band and all that stuff, does it get a little awkward at times?
No, not really. I played on every Ice-T record there is. I go all the way back with him. I was in Electric Boogaloo. So
okay, I knew you were there for a long time, but Electric Boogaloo I did not know.
Electric Boogaloo, 1982. When rap was first starting, when people were trying to figure out what it was. A lot of people just know Ice from Law and Order now. I mean, people don't even know he did that part of his life,
People don't know there was a Breakin' 1, much less a Breakin' 2.
Yes.
I have found this out the hard way.
Yes. There was a Breakin' 1, the original one. Ozone was in that one, too. So.
Ozone and Turbo and Special K, it's where they met.
Yes.
It's the first
Shabba-Doo. He had a wife, and they were calling her Mrs. Do. Hello, Mrs. Do. Can you her name is not Do. Anyway, so.
Everybody's got 2 names, folks.
Yeah, Shabba-Doo. Anyways, that's the 80s. That's our 80s moment for you.
All right, so
let's get up to
since we're there,
2014.
as long as we're there,
Okay.
Give us an embarrassing old school story. It doesn't have to be embarrassing.
I don't know what's embarrassing, you know.
Everything's embarrassing 30 years later.
People are embarrassed about red leather pants and spiked heels are embarrassing. You know, I had stiletto heels on.
But Eddie Murphy's done far more embarrassing things since then.
Yeah, exactly. But I had stiletto heels on and makeup. You know, it's like, oh man, because Prince was popular.
Yeah, he still is.
Yeah, but he was getting girls, so that's the way to get girls. You know, get a better pair of pumps than they have on.
Actually, I think that still works. Women still love shoes.
Yes, but that has to do with our new record about. It's called manslaughter. It means it means the slaughter of the male. You know what I mean? Like men are worried about what Kim Kardashian is wearing. You know, what's that all about? You know, we're trying to step up this year.
Gone is the manly men. Metro is the new way.
Men don't even open doors for women. You know, they wait for women to open doors for them. So we're changing things around this year.
So tell people what they can expect on the Mayhem stage with Body Count.
120 decibels of fun.
So is it more fun than it is mean? Because I remember it was pretty mean.
It's mean, but you know, Body Count is very extreme. We take everything to the extreme. Cop killer, you know, you don't really kill cops. You know, we have song on this record. We have song called.
Not everybody knew that when the song came out.
Yeah, they took it too serious. We have a song on this record called "Talk Get Shot." I mean,
you do. I saw the video.
Yeah, and it's just extreme. You know, it's an extreme. It's funny. But you know, the funniest thing about this is, you know, people will nitpick everything. So we start getting a whole bunch of stuff of, we only shot white people in the video. Did you hear this one? Did you ever notice that? See, you didn't even pay attention to that. There's people that sat around and paid attention to that. They only shot white people. It's black on white crime. And
so when we grew up, you couldn't rewind stuff. You couldn't pause stuff. You couldn't even watch it twice.
Right.
You had to wait till next week when it came on
right.
again.
So people were saying they only shot white people. So our cap on that is they only brought white people for us to shoot.
It was an open casting call.
Yeah,
you didn't ask for white people.
It was the director's friends, and he's a white guy. He's a white kid. And we would have thought that.
Right. Like if we were going to shoot white people, it wouldn't be these white people.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the ones that, you know.
It would be like Kardashian lookalikes.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a whole lot worse, you know.
Nobody's got a sense of humor anymore.
No. Everything is so serious, you know.
Well, what does this mean for the future of Body Count then? I mean, you guys are on Mayhem. You got a new album out. There's got to be a headline tour.
No, we're just going to play right now and just, you know, see where it goes. We only did one show, so I can't say we're getting a good reaction. But we got a good reaction for the one show we've done.
That is the one good thing about the internet, though. You can get a good gauge of like how the world is receiving your music.
And the record, I haven't heard bad reviews about it. I mean, people that didn't even like us say they have a good record. So, you know, we took our time and we wanted to play. So that's what that's all about.
Nice. Open-ended future.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, after we do this, we're going to go play with Metallica and Slayer up in Toronto. Then we're going to do the Gore barbecue. And then next summer we're going to, you know, Ice is on his summer vacation. You know, this is, you know, Law and Order is like in your high school.
Schedule.
Yes, he's on summer vacation. So we're out here on a summer vacation, you know.
Nice.
So it's a lot of fun.
As long as Ice keeps working on Law and Order and you guys keep having summer vacation, we're going to have some Body Count for a while.
He's not going to quit his day job anytime soon. They always say that. They always say that. Don't quit your day job, right? And he has a good day job.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Ernie. Appreciate it.
Cool. That was fun.